Shalom everyone, I'm Jade of Y'Hi Ohr Academy, and I'm here to walk you through a quick orientation of how to get registered, how to enroll in either the free Living Letters Biblical Hebrew course or the live class option, which takes you all the way through level 2 in learning some of the basics of Hebrew grammar. Either course will allow you to learn to read Hebrew very quickly, but depending what your goals are, one course may suit you better. Also depending on your schedule and your personal situation. So the main advantage to the self-study option is that it's already set up to help you learn to read at your own pace. All the video lessons are there. So whether it takes you 2 weeks, the way it's set out into 5 lesson weeks, or whether it takes you 2 months because you have a lot going on and you don't have time to commit every day, you'll have all the tools and resources you need to learn. Either course provides you access to the online learning community, and that is a great place for you to connect with other students as well as to reach out to me if you have questions, comments, ideas, even inspirations for how we might make this course better and more accessible for future students. We definitely encourage you to connect there. There's also a unique student community there. You're going to find people who share your love of Hebrew, who share your love of the scriptures and of learning to read the scriptures in their original language. So that's really exciting format. It's basically set up like social media, like Facebook or Gab or any of these kind of social media apps, but it's private. And so it is not, you're never going to be canceled. And it's all controlled by Y'Hi Ohr Academy. So it's a beautiful space where we can share our beliefs, our concerns, share information and resources without worrying about being flagged or canceled by big tech. So I definitely encourage you guys to get involved, and I will show you how to walk through that. The main advantage to the level 2 course or the live classes option, Living Words, is it includes the Living Letters, the first level 1 course that teaches you actually the Aleph Bet and how to read the Hebrew phonetically, but it walks you then through the grammar. And the reason why that's only available as a live course format is because the nuances of learning Hebrew grammar really do require that live one-on-one interaction to keep people engaged. Now, we can offer those same resources, and we are willing to offer those same resources for free. If you can't make any kind of a donation, but you really have a love and an inspiration to learn Hebrew, we do have a coupon code, FREECLASSES, free classes, and we will walk through some of the other options you have. If you can make a donation, even if it's just a few dollars a week, that helps us keep the website up and develop it for future courses and for future students to continue to access. So I want to walk you through now real briefly how to first register and sign up for the course. And I'm going to go through as if you've never even visited the link. So that even if you haven't ever visited, you will be able to use this video to get to the page, get signed up, get enrolled. For those of you who are already signed up, but you're kind of maybe lost on how exactly to enroll in the courses, it can be a little bit daunting because there are several steps to actually start your learning path. So I'm going to help you navigate that as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to dedicate your mind to something beautiful and holy. This language is just going to inspire you. Learning the scriptures in their original language is just a phenomenal experience at every step of the way. So I really am excited to be able to offer to you for free what I have learned. I do want to emphasize that I don't have a degree from the Israel Institute of Biblical Studies or the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. I'm just little old me. I taught myself Hebrew using a Strong's Concordance, an interlinear Tanakh, and a Hebrew Tanakh. And with those resources and no access to the internet, I was able to teach myself to learn to read Hebrew and to understand the vocabulary of Hebrew in a very short time. So as a process, I began to develop this course, and you can read some more about that in our About Us page if you're interested in my backstory. But the long and the short of it is, I did not go into this planning to be a Hebrew teacher, but it seems the Most High really had that calling on my life, and he revealed it to me in numerous ways. And so that's why I offer these courses. And I really want to emphasize, although I do offer the courses for free, all of the costs are coming out of my pocket. I'm not a huge NGO with bottomless pockets. It's just me and my love of Hebrew. So if you can afford to be a supporting member, maybe you just want to do the $7 a month or just a few dollars a week, whatever level of support you can give, I really appreciate that. If you can't, you really can't spare the money, I understand that. And that's why I want to make sure that you know I'm not in this for the money. I will do this for free. So you have all of those options available. All right, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and share the screen so we can actually walk through this together. So when we first come into y'Hi-Ohr.getlearnworlds.com, and you can see that address up here at the top, y'Hi-Ohr.getlearnworlds.com, the first thing you're going to see is this kind of basic homepage telling you about our organization. And if you will scroll down, it will tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do, why we do it. Okay, you can learn a little bit more about me if you're interested, and then you can sign up for our newsletter here. Okay, so those are some options to get started. If you want to join the LearnWorlds community and connect with other students who are learning Hebrew, but you don't want to take the course yourself, you can click this pink button that says join the community right here, and that will allow you to register and become a member that can access the community without having to enroll in any courses. So if, on the other hand, you want to take one of the courses, your first step is to sign up. So over here to the right, this little yellow and white button that says sign up, you're going to click that. And then it's already got my information in here because being the author of the page, I have definitely signed up, but let's just pretend that I haven't. So actually here, I would put my name, and you could just give your first name. You can give an internet handle if you want to preserve privacy. I fully understand that. So just enter whatever name you would like to be referred to. I will use that name as if you're in court in the class to call on you, unless you give me a different name. And that will be your profile name in the community for interacting with others. Then you're going to enter your email here. Okay, oops. Make sure you've got it right. Double check it. Okay. And then you're going to enter your password here, which I obviously already have. Since I'm already signed up, it's going to give me an error if I try to say start my learning journey. But you who have not signed up are going to say start your learning journey now. And if you've already signed up, you're going to have a page like this where it says what's your email and what's your password. You're going to log in with that information. And the first thing that's going to open up is going to be this community page. It's going to bring you into the community forum where you can type welcome message. Hey guys, new here. What's going on? Right? You can share images. If you want to add an image, you just click the add image button and it will open up your Photos app or whatever, depending on if you're on a device or a laptop, it's going to look different. I'm on my desktop on my Mac, so it's going to look something like this. You could go into your photos, you could share photos there, whatever it is that you want to share. So you can add that. You can also share links for web pages, and you just write the URL here, and that can be you have a message attached either to an image or a URL. You do need to give like a brief description, and it can just be something as simple as check this out. But you do need to have some description there. And then you also have this option, which people don't utilize a lot, but I'd like to see it happen more in the community, of a poll. Hey, why are you here to learn Hebrew? And you can actually set the poll, and it will be here. And then you can answer, you can vote, and everyone else in the community can take a turn voting, excuse me. So those are your options for interacting with the community. There is also this whole following and followers function, but as you see, we don't really use that a lot here as a community because our focus is on connecting, not on building a cult. So yeah, you can. So we have in the community, you have a friends option where you can add friends. Okay. You can select polls and it will show you all of the polls that have been put in. As you see, there's only just one that has ever been put in. And then anywhere where your name has been mentioned, you can actually also click that at mentions and it will show you everywhere. Like you see here, Anna mentioned at Aja. So it's letting me know because I'm logged in as Aja. It's letting me know that that is a place where I was directly mentioned. So if you need to get somebody's attention specifically, you can use that. There's also these separate course discussion pages. So for living letters for the introduction section, we have a section where there's a course discussion. For the live classes option, there's a discussion section. For the Mizmalim Chaim course, that's the Living Psalms course, there's a discussion page. And also for the living letters, which is the very beginning free Hebrew course. And then there's a new course that's coming up soon called Torah Beginnings that is going to walk you through the basics of Torah. It does have a discussion area already, even though it's not up because it's just a draft, but that will come. And as we develop more courses, you'll see more options here. There's also options for groups, the different living words. Those are for the living words and the living letters class, the living psalms, and then again for this Torah class. And I think that you as a user can also create your own group, but I have to look in my settings and see how it's set up. So that is the community section. At any time from anywhere in the course, you can reach this by clicking this community link up here at the top bar, and it will bring you into your profile. Now you have a profile page as well, where you can set your picture. And again, it will tell you how many hours you've spent. You can see I've spent 1,331 hours on this page. And that does not even count all of the time that I've spent developing it. That's just the time I've had the course open and teaching to others. But that will tell you how many hours you've had the course open and been working on it. It'll tell you how many courses you've actually taken, how many posts you've made. And there is this function that comes with the program that we are using, and it gives you achievements for different things. But again, we really don't focus much on that. You can fill in your about section to kind of give us some background. We do encourage privacy here, but if you want to give some background on kind of what you believe, why you believe, what you believe, who you are, what you're motivated by, feel free to put those things there. Again, it will give you these little achievements. Who cares about those? And then you'll have a list of all your courses. And I have some courses here that I'm still developing that you're not necessarily going to see. Again, it will show you your network, who's following and who's following you, but not a big part of what we do here. The other place, if you go to this start button, it's going to bring you to kind of your main profile page where you've got, again, all of your same information. It's basically the same idea as what we just looked at, but it's more focused on just your courses rather than the social side. Okay, but you do have as well, when you get your certificate for a class, it'll show it here and those kind of things. You also have an inbox here that you can click on. And if I click on that, it will show me that somebody just sent me a message. And then I can write back to that message as I did here. So those are the kind of social functions. If we go into courses, and if you haven't yet signed up for a course, it's going to appear a little bit different. I'm going to try my best to navigate you with my, if you have not signed up for a course, let me try this. Let me sign out. If you've not signed up for a course yet, and you find yourself on this courses page, this is a secondary way that you can actually sign up and enroll. Or rather, if you've not enrolled in a course yet. Okay, so it will have, click here for the free self-study option or start your journey for live classes. Okay, you have either one of those. This gives you kind of the pros and cons of each of these learning paths. We go through why you might want to learn it, how long it's going to take, what happens if you miss a class. And this is actually a preview of lesson 1. Now, I record all of my live lessons, and I am in the process of editing all of those lessons to make these nice recordings that are in a beautiful video format, and I will be making those available as soon as I have them all done. But a lot of the lesson videos are just going to be as if you were attending the Zoom class yourself. You're going to be seeing everything the students see and hear. So sometimes there might be technical glitches. It might freeze up here or there. But our internet connection here, Belize, is actually very strong. So it's working very well from here. So again, down here, you'll see the different courses that you've already signed up for if you're already signed up. If, like me here, I'm unenrolled, I'm unsigned in, if you haven't enrolled, you're going to see these. Now, the first one I'm going to show you through is the Living Letters. This is the free Biblical Hebrew course. And again, I can do this live class course for you. We're starting a new one in August, possibly July, depending how many students I have sign up or express interest. But that is a time-based class. You actually attend the live classes, and there will still be class recordings in case you miss a class, but we really encourage our students to attend regularly because you're going to get the most out of it by actually being able to engage not only with the other students, but with the instructor, with myself. However, if you don't have the time, or you're really just kind of wanting to test the waters, you might start out with this Living Letters course, and you can enroll for free. So you click enroll. It's going to give you some information about the course. And now if I've not already signed in and I've not yet registered, I'm going to see this register for free. If you have signed in and registered, you're going to see continue or start learning, something like that. So here I'm going to say register for free. I'm going to pretend that I'm already, that I've registered as I showed you in the first step. And now I'm logging in. Okay, and so now you're going to see, like I said, this button's going to say continue now, same page. Okay, so when I hit continue, it's going to actually open up, and because I'm teaching these courses right now, it will open me up to whichever place I've left off at, which in this case is the last page of the introduction, which I ran through with the orientation. But for you, it's going to open you up at the very, very first level. All of these little things will be closed. It's going to open you up here, and you're going to have this option to check out our Kosher News and Torah Talk. I haven't had a whole lot of time to focus on creating new podcast episodes there, but if you're a podcast person, maybe you like to listen to it while you're working out, while you're driving, whatever it is, while you're cooking. It's a nice little podcast, and it is going to say it can't open this page for some of your browsers, depending what your browsers are. So you just say open site in a new window, and it's going to go ahead and open that, and you can listen to those various podcasts. So once you've checked that out, it's going to have a little yellow check here next to it. And the next link is the live orientation and premiere class. That's the link for the Zoom class. It's already occurred, so you're not going to be able to use that since we had that on June 4th, but this video is going to take the place of that. Also, there's going to be a video right here. That's the raw, uncut footage of the actual live orientation. That will be replaced with this video that you're watching right now, in case you want to go back at any time and say, how was it that she explained to do that? There's also the Aleph Bet song, which is accessible on my YouTube channel as well, and I encourage you to subscribe. And you can actually learn the Aleph Bet just by chanting it along with me. Bet, Gimel, Dalet, He, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yod, Kof, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samech, Ayin, He, Tzadi, Uf, Resh, Shin, Tav. And then for those of you who are musical minded, I did a little Aleph Bet with a kind of Israeli flavor. So that's a nice, simple little video. You can save the link for it. If you go to the actual YouTube site by clicking down here, you can watch it on YouTube, and you can save that video link and save it on your desktop or bookmark it to continue to watch that as you're learning. There's also a whole bunch of other videos there that you might enjoy. So there's also on that same page the Aleph Bet remix. For those of you who like something a little more upbeat, that's fun. Then you have the option down here if you want to purchase a professionally printed level 1 Aleph Bet primer. That's what you can do right here. It is $30. I'm making 1 penny on that. So again, I'm not looking for profit here. I'm just trying to help you out. But you don't have to. I say it's optional because you can right here. This is the introduction. And then just so you see what else there is here, there's the daily quizzes that you can also purchase. And those will be shipped directly to you from the book printer. Or you can always print it out. And how you do that is you go down here to this level. I'm going to close the introduction section now. I'm going to open Living Letters Level 1 lessons. And anywhere you see a yellow paper clip, that's an attachment that you can download. So you notice that opens it up as a PDF on my screen. And I can minimize the learning path. This is called the learning path. I can move it over. And I can actually, if I move this out of the way, I can actually zoom in so it's nice and clear, especially when you're trying to learn those Hebrew letters. It helps you to see. We're going to get past the introduction here into some of these lessons in the workbook to see the Hebrew letters. Okay, and you can zoom in or zoom out if you'd rather see the whole page. But the other thing you can do, and I encourage you to do, if you click the little paper clip, like I did at first, it will bring up this tab. And if you click that, which I'm not going to do because my computer's full of stuff right now and has this copied on there already, you click that, it will actually download it up here wherever your downloads usually show. For me, it's this little spot. And then you can actually print it off yourself. So there's the level 1 primer and the daily quizzes. And then you have each lesson, whether you go through them one day at a time, they're meant to be one a day, but you can always go through them at whatever pace works for you. If you're a quick learner, you can go through, several lessons a day. If you want to take your time, you can go through them over a month or longer, however long it takes you to get acquainted with the language. And each of those videos has a video as well as an audio option. So if you're in a situation where you can't watch the video, you can listen to the audio, and you can always go back if there was something in the audio that you didn't quite make sense of because you weren't seeing what I was directing. You can go back and watch the video. These are from my first course, actually the second course that I taught. The first course that I taught, the online classroom, as I'm calling it. And these are great classes. Again, they're going to be presented exactly as they were in the live class. And I am in the process of editing those and making them available as an edited video. Once you've completed all 10 lessons, there's an end of level assessment. And you will need a password to access that. So I do have an email that will go out to you with that password. Once you complete it, it will be triggered when you complete your lesson 10 video, and then you'll be able to take the assessment. And then if you want to continue the course with the level 2, you can click this link and it will take you to your live class option for your level 2. And if you've already completed level 1 on your own, you might skip the first 2 weeks of class if you want, or maybe it'll give you an option or an opportunity rather to engage with me directly on anything you might have not quite understood or have any additional questions on. So at any time, if you're able to make a donation and want to, you can click this Make a Donation Here button. And you actually just click here and you can put in any amount that you would like to donate, and that goes directly to me via PayPal. And I really thank you because, again, I am doing this completely out of the love of my heart and out of my pocket. So every donation you can give me helps me. I think that's about all that is involved in terms of actually registering. So just to walk through it one more time, when you start here, you're going to say sign up first. Once you've signed up, you're going to use the sign in function. Once you've signed in, the quickest way to get to your courses would be to go right here to courses on the top bar. Once you enter the courses page, you're going to have the self-study or the live class option. Once you've registered for one of those, you're going to see this continue button. When you click on it, it will open up your Learn Path. Oh, and this is the live class option, so it looks a little bit different for those of you who are in the live class. We'll show you same kind of format. You've got the level 1, the introduction orientation, the level 1, and then you've got the week 2, like level 2, rather, weekly classes. And you're going to have the workbook, a reader, that's going to be Hebrew only. You're going to have some other links as I go through the course. I will add different links. And oh, excuse me, both courses have these wonderful flashcards. I'll just show you some of those. When you click them, you can print them out. All right, here we go. So it's Avery 5371. And you can go ahead and print those out on business card paper, on pre-perforated paper, and it'll make it nice and easy for you to punch them out. Or you can print them on any kind of cardstock and just cut them out yourself. But they will have a front and a back. So this is the front where it just has the Hebrew. And then the back actually has some details about each word. It's going to tell you some related words in the text, and these are words directly from the lessons. It's going to tell you the meaning, and as well it will have the transliteration to help you pronounce it. So those are very useful. The level 2 weekly classes for the live class option, Living Words with Live Classes option, will have this level 2 weekly live class link, and there will be various links that I add as we go through the course together. Different things to just help you, articles, sometimes blogs that relate to the subject matter we're dealing with or to the scriptures themselves and to the grammar. The last thing I want to show you is the discussion function. Without going over into the community, say I'm in the Learn Path. For example, just go back to this lesson 19, Disciples Prayer, and you're watching this video and you want to say something. Maybe you just want to say, hey, I really love this video of the priestly blessing. And then you can share that. That will link it to that specific section. Or if you have a question, maybe even more relevant, if you are in the level 2 reader workbook and you have a question that's very specific and you say, okay, I'm on lesson 12. You can say, hey, I am on lesson 12 and I don't understand, and then put your question. And then you can say share. And if you want to mention me, I try to keep up with things, but you might have a little quicker response if you say, at Aja. I don't know why it didn't. There you go. And then you just click that. And then you share that, and it's going to actually mention me. Okay. So that way you can ask questions specific about the topic. All right, if there's anything that I didn't cover in this orientation that you would like to understand a little bit more of, go ahead and reach out to me. You can email me at ajashalom@icloud.com, and you will see all of that contact information in the email that I sent out as well. So there's one more thing that I would like to show you before we leave. There's also the bookstore up here in the top bar. If you click that, you can actually, it's just an alternative way to access the various books for the courses. So you can access them that way. And again, if you are able to make any kind of a donation and you're taking one of the free courses, please, by all means, pray about it and see if it's something you can do, because it is something that I need help in supporting and growing this project so I can touch many, many more souls, many more lives. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this orientation, and I hope to see you in live classes soon.
Där hela sain hette Jod kofla med min sammek Ayin petsadi korishin ta Där hela sain hette Jod kofla med min sammek Ayin petsadi Korishita Effekten hevasayın Khette yod koflamednen sanmek Ayin peksari kofleşita Ayin peksari kofleşita